ready.
Hey everybody, and welcome to AWC, round 4 of season 4. I'm your host, VIPPrimo. Welcome to Monza F1 Grand Prix. We are with a star-studded field here today of everybody. With the qualifying times today were within 0.7 of each other at most, 0.6 I think. We have a star-studded field today. The current points leader right now is ShaneyBoy with 22, Team Chris with 20, DeathPercepshun with 17, Rhymes with 13, Sneaky with 9, Montana with 6, and Shady 5. Joey has 2, but he hasn't been able to do anything. But here comes the gas. We're going to start this up right now. Look at that big spread on the track. Agent Ranger made the qualifying time today, which has been ever since this is the first time he's been back in a while. And he's going to have a lot of heat on the back end of his car. Part time today is 1:06. Rhyme taking an easy inside line there. Perfect pass. Looks like Rhyme's got a little bit hungry in the last couple of races. He wanted to win something, and he just started bringing the heat. And that's the way it's been going. DeathPercepshun had a solid car today. 2 people today during practice made perfect 106.000s. So we know that every car on this track has the capability of doing that. So there goes Shaney taking that position back. We're going to move back to Rhymes real quick so we can get, inside there. Team Chris, Andrew Shady. Andrew Shady, you know, is using a Banshee today. I was kind of really happy about that. He was running a lot of times. I had to talk him into it, but after seeing him run it and seeing the times, we got a little bit of a fight back here. Look at this. This is a little bit of a war going in. We got 3 wide coming into this first turn. That is a super tight turn, too. Oh, a little bump in. Andrew Shady wide. Death was able to recover from it. A little bit of bump and rub, but he's back a ways there. That's going to hurt him. So let's go back to Rhymes real quick. This group up here seems to be the one rock. Agent's got a rocking top line there. But there goes Shaney moving in for the pass. That Spectre Custom has got a good speed, but it's got places where it's weak. And it's been hurting him. That super solid run today. Oh, excuse me. The Turismo. I'm telling you, just get these things. Everybody yells at me because they were like, oh, Team Chris is like, it's not a Supra. And I'm like, you know, she's right. It's not a Supra. It's a Turismo. Turismo Classic as Agent goes back to the first position. It's going to be a drag race to the start-finish line to see who took that lap. I think Shaney got it that time. A little bit of a war going back here, too. These guys want a piece of the action, too. Coming up and bumping a little bit, Agent. There's Andrew Shady. I'm sure he's chomping at the bit right now trying to get up there. DeathPercepshun, who had the points lead for the longest time, has been looking for a way to get back into that position that he dropped a while back. And it's just been something that he wants. And there's no reason he can't get it. But it's going to take some work on his part to get it because he has a tag of people up here that he's got to get out of the way of, and they are not willing to give up the position. When people get, you know, that straight racing track line that's just smooth and has that going, once they can be consistent with it, it's very tough to get it. Death moving on that inside line, taking the position away from Agent, who is bleeding positions off the front. He's already back to, what is this, the 6th position? 5th or 6th. Death taking a little bit of a wide line there. So here we got Team Chris, who has come back from the heat here. Rhymes, who has already had the position up top once or twice here. So let's see what we got for par times. 106 is across the board with a 107 from Agent. That 107's hurting him. 106.63 from Andrew. Sneaky with the 107 and the 107. Guys are being really careful today because they don't want to go over par. That's what's been hurting everybody in the last couple of races. And Team Chris really loose. That's given Death a lot of ability to come back from that position and kind of move up in that angle there. These tracks today are going to be won on probably 0.5 of a second. There he goes, trying to get that 106. Let's see if he did it. We don't have any 105. Look at that. Sneaky Giraffe with the 106.336, best lap of the race. So Agent Rager today, as long as he stays under par, is going to get the bonus for being the pole position guy today. And then whoever gets the best lap that's under par will get another bonus point for getting here. We've only had one person really collect some penalty points. We have had some, because there's a new point system that says when they go over more than a second over par, for each second they lose 2 positions. So we've only had really one instance where that's really happened for per lap per se. Just being like just going over the border, which obviously is just gets you losing points, and that's really what hurt some of the top guys from being top in points. Here's Agent again, once again moving towards the inside. Rhymes of Tape taking that first position away up there. It looks like the Comet War will continue. Rhymes is getting hungry this season. Started off a little slow. Rhymes had a 13 points on his first track versus Shaney getting 22. But now he's coming right back to take over that position top. So if you guys forgive me if I sound stuffed up, I am actually really, really sick. It doesn't take much to be able to basically put an event together real quick, and especially when it's on a schedule. Just you want to get it together and just make sure everything has its place, and then when it does, it kind of puts itself together because everybody just kind of shows up. I've had all the tracks put together, so I didn't want to have anything where I canceled anything because of that. So if I sound a little nasally, please forgive me. I'm sure that won't prevent you from liking and subscribing to this video, making sure that you have the ability to come back and see some more events. So here we're going to go back to Team Chris in the third position here. A little bit of spacing on Shaney. Let's look back at the times here. See, nobody has broken par. Shaney's just up there. I really feel this is his season. He's gotten such a strong race. Shaney's basically first race he got 9 points, then 5 points, then 8 points. So he was he only had the 1 second race that kind of hurt him. But that's the thing is Death was really going to take up the slack there, was because he tried to get the big points for the big events, but the more people showed up, the more it gave points to somebody else. So it really goes to races where it's like you have 9 or 10 racers show up for a competition. That top place person is going to get 10 points. You get a point for each person that's in the race that you come in front of. So that did a big deal for Shaney there. Death right now struggling back there, really wants to get ahead, but he's working with people that have really good laps. So here's, I see Team Chris right there, 106.130, 106.275 from Rhymes, 106.339. So we got literally a little stack with Perception, with Death with the 106.33. There's Team Chris moving into the second position. She's currently in second for points. So we're literally 1-2. Rhymes coming into the rear end there. not wanting to let that position go. He wanted it back bad, and I don't think he's going to get it. That was hard racing, but that really hurt his spacing right there. He's going to take him a lot to catch back up. So this is it. This is the two big battle we got going on right now. Currently first place in points and currently second place in points. If Team Chris can move ahead and take that position, and she currently has the fastest lap, so she is faster than that first place position, we may see a little bit of a tie up again in first and second place. And that's going to be a big deal. We are going to... Oh, did somebody go over par? Nope, nobody. Okay, so we're going to go back to Montana real quick. Love Montana, came back. I hate that he missed the first race. He's been doing really well and trying really hard here to get back into the swing of things. He was super rusty when he came back. There's Sneaky Giraffe in front of us, currently in last place. Sneaky Giraffe, solid run today. Had some issues getting par time today. Andrew Shady, who literally I could set a watch by his laps today. Whoa! Ran crashed Agent there because Agent, I think, slowed down. Montana was having difficulty because he came up and did that part time and came up to it. He was like, he thought it would never turn from 105 to 106, so he's like really worried he was breaking it. Death Perception, I still think, you guys tell us in the comments, does Death Perception have the best looking car in all of our races? If you need to, go back through the AWCs, go back to Fakar Sport GT, if you can see the playlist, and go back and tell us I want to hear what you think on it. Here's Rhymes, who has not wanted to give up that second position. Shaney right now is going to just, if he keeps this up, is just going to extend his points lead with currently 22 points. He's got basically a 2-point lead over Team Chris right now and a 5-point lead over Rhymes. So the question is will Rhymes take that position away? Will he do something with it? What's going to go high? Just Team Chris, I think, has the... Nope. Agent Ranger. Oh, Agent Ranger dropped below with the 105. That still leaves the 106.130 of Team Chris there as the best lap. Oh, no. Shaney with the 106.081. That's the way to dominate that lap. That's the thing is you really have to... It's really like the Price is Right. It's like get as close as you can without going over. Can you do it? Can you run on that edge? You really have to know your car and be a good driver. People don't realize how, it's so easy to get into these races and be competitive, but it takes a kind of skill here that not a lot of people have that puts them against that edge and makes it so that they can, slam that line and be right on. See, there was a Team Chris had to slow down there. That's going to put... Did something happen to her car? She just had to slow down. I don't know. Whatever it was, like she dropped way off the pace there. So there's Rhymes with tape. In second place. Yep. So here's Back to Death. He would like to take that position and try to keep his spacing at least up there competitively. Currently in third place. This might drop him down from third. Rhymes as a 13. It's gonna be close. It's gonna bleed off points if it does anything. I don't think it's gonna be a big drop. But Shaney up there extending his lead a little bit more every race does not put him in a good position. Still got this fight going on here in second and third. This seems to be where the battle's at today. Team Chris once again come back into the second position. Takes it back away from Rhymes. So we're currently on lap 14, coming to the back side of the Monza circuit. This racetrack is really nice. It was a really good recreation of the track. So we always have a viewer that comes in and checks us out, ends up getting us laggy. So can Rhymes make up the difference? I don't know if Death can do it. We got 17 laps on this, and this will be the number 15, I believe. And that's Team Chris up there just extending her lead. And gunning for Shaney. How's she doing with the 106.81 to 106.065? Team Chris with the little points lead going on there. The lap time lead. Telling you, I told you before, it's funny because I guessed it was going to be probably a 0.5 difference. That's going to be the difference between the first and second place. It's going to end up being 0.01. Like, it's not even going to be a full second that we see a change in pacing. Team Chris is just tracking him down right now. And you can tell, kind of just slowly reeling Shaney in. Keeping a good look on her lap times there. Oh, had to brake hard, going way too fast. Let's see what we got here. Anybody? Still only got that one Agent Ranger that went over. And that gives Rhyme that second position again. There is a world between first and second. Look at the distance. So here, move back to Death to see the difference between first and fourth. Still in view, but it's still huge distance between the two. Don't think he's going to be able to make the distance. Possible. This is the last lap. Still looks like Shaney is going to have a solid lead here. Rhymes of Tape is just going to defend his position. Oh. Too wide here. Team Chris takes the inside. Can she keep that position, or is she going too fast? And we'll have to slow down at the end. A little bit of blocking maybe. We don't know. Coming up on the last 4 turns here. Oh. Did not take that well. But that's going to keep, I think that's going to keep her in second place because Rhymes could not negotiate the turn. So she comes around this turn. She should be really good on part time. There it goes. You can see Shaney in the distance as he crosses the finish line. It's going to be the big 1, 2, 3. We'll drop back to Agent. That's how quick it ends when it ends. So it looks like Shaney is once again going to extend his lead. Thank you guys for coming out. We got Andrew Shady with the 105.952. Not good for the 5s. It's going to hurt them in points. But at the end of the day, check the description for where their point standings are. Remember, we're always going to be on Sunday at noon. We post these up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Primo from AWC signing off.